For the first time ever, there is an Arctic Cat in the PowerModz headquarters. At the bunker, it is here, finally. You know what, I've been looking for one of these for a while, and you know, the cash isn't always on hand. So I had the cash this time, the sled was available, and I picked it up. Now this is a 440 chassis, 440 Snopro, it's an 05, it's got an 06 engine in it, I believe 06, 07, 600, and it's carbed, of course. It was installed, and other than that, I think everything is pretty much stock 440. I don't know what usually comes on these Arctic Cats. I don't know that much about them. So you guys are always gonna have to, you know, chime in. Louis, you gotta do this and that. Because really, honestly, I don't know that much about cats. But like anything else, if it has an engine and a track and skis, I think I can figure it out. It is a big beast. I'm not used to the giant front end on this. And it is older, of course. Steering's a little weird, a little loose. Got to make some changes to this. I'm not going to be snow crossing these things. I'm not going to be jumping them, and you know, I'm not in that kind of thing too much. But what I wanted to do, I want to narrow up the front end, and what I really liked about this was the narrow back end on it. It's got a 13.5-inch wide track. It's 128 long on this one, and I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to put a longer track on it. I'm probably going to go to about a 155 minimum, and I'm going to narrow up the front stance a little bit, and it's going to be pretty unstable. It's actually, I took it for a drive already, and it is unstable considering that the track isn't really that much narrower than what I'm used to. It's just a different riding machine, that's for sure. Now let's take a look at it, and we both can maybe learn something about this thing. There she is. It's got Fox float shocks with a reservoir. Look like some pretty heavy duty A-arms on there. CNA Pro skis. It was clean, but Simon brought it back in his truck from way up north, and it got pretty dirty. Now, one thing about these sleds I found is that there's no choke easily available. To get to the choke, you gotta go down here and pull it, that little plunger. There's one on either side. Usually if you pull one, it'll start up. Got a BMP can on it. Got the risers. I'm gonna play with that steering. It's obviously adjustable. I don't like the way it is right now. I'm gonna lift it up a little bit. It's a weird angle. It's not as heavy as I thought it would be. Arctic Cat have those funky little wrapped around coolers at the back. So once I get into the tunnel extension thing, I'm gonna have to change that up a little bit. Right now it's a little boggy off the start. I think I need to play with some clutch springs, some clutch adjustments, and you can see a little bit of coolant in there. On top of that, this little gizmo here. So those two little caps right there, there's one on each cylinder. It looks like they go into maybe the carbs for keeping them warm on those really cold days. One of those little caps sort of busted. Somebody used a serpentine clamp on that and clamped a little too hard. So yeah, the Cat lasted just a few minutes in the field and those little things popped off, but I got it before anything really happened to it. That generally happens when you're dealing with kind of modded sleds. Hoses get cut and put in different things and clamps here and there and different clutching and all that kind of stuff. But that's just the way it is. And I'm kind of used to it, right? Right? You feel me? So what else came with this? So in this little box of goodies, right here, some throttle bodies. What are they for? Oh, that's for the 800. I got an 800 out of an M8. It's an 08 or 09 engine, EFI unit, mountain A-arms, bars, a bunch of other little knickknacks in there. Computer for the 800. I got this seat. It's already been cut out. How awesome is that? That is for the trail tank's tank that's going to be going on it, because right now it only has this little race gas tank, and that's not going to have enough gas in it for the 925 big bore. Did I say 925 big bore? Yes, I did. Here, let's look at the engine. There's the M8 engine with the clutch. So we'll get that RK Tech 925 big bore. It's gonna be a crazy machine. It's gonna be very fast. We're gonna do some drag racing with it, of course, and play in the hills, see what we can do with this thing. Now, I know it's an older chassis. It is what it is. It's the first Arctic Cat in the PowerModz house. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think? Huh? What? Arctic Cat? It's on there for a track. Some studs are missing. It's all good. Is what it is. So there you have it. Arctic Cat Snopro 440 with a 600 in it. It's going to get an 800 with a 925 RK Tech big bore. And I'm going to make some other changes as well. I think you're going to dig them. This is what we do. It's what I do. I change things. Just can't leave them alone. I don't know why. And don't worry, yeah, the enticer's going to get done. It's right there. I'm looking at it. Jamie's coming in, and we're going to get some work done on that. Check us out on social media. Lots of stuff going on. There's not very much snow. We got about another inch out there, but we lost most of it because we had about 30 millimeters or, I don't know, 2-3 inches of rain or whatever. It was horrible. But that's just life. Feels good, though, I'll tell you. Narrow tunnel like that, I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh, see? Oh.